Okay, viewers. So apparently, I should have just looked on the Google search bar to find out if there was something going on with Fortnite itself. Apparently, there was an update on here that I didn't know about. So it has nothing to do with my console or my video game. So I went through all this long and annoying resetting of my Xbox One. I did that for nothing, so very annoying. I should have just looked into that first before. So, word to the wise, when this thing is not doing what you want it to do, always go on Google Chrome and ask if there is something going on with the Fortnite server, or if there's an update available, etc. Normally there's a warning on your video game letting you know there's going to be an update, but I guess I wasn't paying attention last time I was playing online. So I had to do this long procedure, all for naught. It's now, okay, ignore that time on the wall there. It's not officially that time there. What was going on is I forgot to reset my clock an hour behind. You know how it says fall back, spring forward? Well, during the fall season of last year, I forgot to turn my clock back an hour. So it's actually 3:20 in the morning right now, and not 4:20. So, oh, lordy, 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 lord. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna get on my bike and go for a bike ride, even though it's late in the morning. I've got a bad headache. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated. I went through all this for nothing. And unrelated to this video I made here, I had a bad night last night. I might have just let my viewers know what happened. So what was going on was back in January, or well, New Year's Day, let's say it. So I invited a friend over to hang out with me. We were having some drinks at the pub. We left the pub and I had some alcohol saved in my backpack because I was prepared to have some drinks for after the pub was closed. And so I had bought it and stored it in my backpack, and I waited until I was done having a good time at the pub. Long story short was I was sitting in this very bedroom of mine here, and my friend was in my room with me, and I shared a story to him about a group of guys that beat me up last year in April. I did mention, if you remember, my summertime video was me wearing sunglasses, talking about my baby niece swimming at the beach. So this is a follow-up story from there. I'm now finishing off the story that you guys didn't hear. What happened was there was a group of people hanging out where I was at, and quite a few people are my friends, some are my family. What had happened was there was a girl that was living in a tent back in at that time and duration, approached me, was sitting with me. She was scared to come out of her tent because of her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was, I'll just pull my t-shirt up. So he was punching her in the stomach here. Bear with me, he was punching my own belly. I'm just giving you a case example. So the bruises were hidden underneath her t-shirt where nobody could see the punches. So the guy that did this to my cousin was her boyfriend at the time, but R.I.P. rest in peace. He's deceased now. He died last year from an overdose. But anyways, what happened that night was he was being a toxic individual. and he was getting in my family member's face and being aggressive with her verbally, and she was trying to pack up her belongings and get away from her boyfriend at the time. Um, so what happened was some girl showed up and started talking crazy to my family member, and she was like pointing her finger at her and saying all these aggressive words, and then she jumps into my face, and I went to go push her back away from me with both hands. And what had happened was I was intoxicated. I didn't know my strengths at the time, and I had pushed her too hard, and she went flying back, and she fell down and bumped her head on the ground and hurt the back of her head. And she ran away and told some people what had happened. And the guys that were around the area got all pissed off because they're like, oh, nobody hurts a woman around here. And so they decided to do revenge bout against me, and surrounded me and attacked me, a group of them. So they waited for one guy to attack me, then they all ran in and they started punching me, and then they kicked my leg out and dislocated my leg, and I went down. Then they started booting me around on the ground, and finally they gave up and left me alone. And I didn't realize how badly injured I was at the time, and I tried to get off the ground, and my leg had buckled in half. So your leg is only supposed to go like this, right? So what happened was my leg went sideways like this. So my outside of my foot was facing like at almost a 90-degree angle. My leg just went whoop, like, like this or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of hard to do when I'm holding my phone and show you what's going on with my leg. So I tried to get up, and my leg flopped sideways, and it collapsed on the ground in pain, and I was lying there on the ground. I couldn't walk because my leg was like cocked sideways, and I told my friend to grab my foot and straighten my leg out because it was in very extreme and uncomfortable pain. And I explained to him, if you straighten my leg out like that and make it look straight again, the pain in this joint here will go away. And so he was afraid to do it, and I told him to do it anyway. So, anyway, so what happened was, because of that fight, my friend that was at my house on New Year's Eve, I told him what had happened to me, and he got all mad, and he's like, oh, nobody hurts my friend. And he ran down to the building where he knows where my family member's at. But before he did all this, I said, listen, leave him alone. What's done is done. I forgave him for what had happened. And I need you to understand that. And I need you to please don't interfere with anything, and don't try to do anything stupid, and leave him alone. And because of these dumb actions, I got attacked last night by my cousin, because on January 1st, my friend Cole Mooney decided to be a bonehead and go attack him when I told him not to. I said, leave this person alone. I don't want anything done to him. I told him last year when he went to visit my friend, the tent I was in, he didn't know I was in there, and he was kind of weary about climbing in the tent because he thought I was going to beat him up. But what he didn't know, I was waiting for him to get comfortable, and then I put my arm on his shoulder, and I said to him, you know what? I don't care what happened before, and it was a while ago, and I just want you to know I love you, and I forgive you for what had happened. And I was truthful to those words. I would not lie about that. But anyways, so because of my stupid little white friend, he got me in trouble with my family member, and I wasn't happy about that. And I got punched in the head because of it. And I knew for a fact that I should have just explained to him first before he got all crazy on me and told him, like, listen, Cole Mooney was acting on his own defense, and I didn't tell him to do any of that. I told him to smarten up. I said, stop being so crazy and don't cause any shit and don't be doing anything stupid. So I thought he was going to the bathroom. He left my bedroom, and apparently he went down through the building where he knew my family member was at, and he attacked him and caused a bunch of trouble for me. So anyways, so that's the big story behind it. Now you guys know the full story about what happened, how it all started, and where it all ended up. And look, it's 2025. This is a new year. I don't want to be involved with any violence with anybody. I've never been in a fight in a long time, and I don't want to do that. It's not healthy. I do not like losing friends, and I do not gain enemies, and I do not want to have any legal aspects going against me if somebody decides to call the police and charge me for fighting with somebody. So I don't need all this headache. But just to give all my viewers an update, like what happened in my life. I apologize, it's kind of off topic for this video, but my mind and heart's kind of not all there, and I had a bad night, and I just had to explain it to my viewers, like what's going on in my life right now. So please forgive me, and I'll make sure my next video is not going to be like this.